Hello everybody, the iLord Root here, and I have decided to start a new modded series to go alongside my tutorial, which is mostly done. I believe there's 27 episodes of it, and I'm just been cutting it up. But I do still want to do stuff with the game, so I decided we'll go with these mods here. I've had a little bit of experience with them. I've done maybe a playthrough for about a year or so of the game. You might recognize a lot of these mods, and we'll try to cover as many of them as we can. Most of my inspiration, if I didn't find them myself, comes from Avic and Yeti, who I think are both good YouTube people for Rimworld, that is, commentators. So we'll do that. We're going to do Crash Landed, we're going to go through Rough, and let's see, this may not be the map that we're going to use, but I do want to see what it's like. Let's see what characteristics we're going to get from it. Yeah, this one, on the one hand, we do have these guys here. That may not actually be a bad deal. If we can find a decent place to live, that wouldn't be bad at all. And I'm thinking we could plop down right around here, maybe. Let me see if there's a better area. But I do like the idea that we might have multiple traders going on. The reason I want to be so close is because we can come down here, that takes 0.2 days, or we can come over here. That also takes 0.2 days. We got granite and limestone as options here. 30 days. Could be good. I'm gonna go with 300 by 300. Yeah, we could do that, or I might look into a mountain area. Let me just make sure that there's not a good one of those out there. Yeah, okay, I think about here would be good, then. Now, the plan is going to be that I'm going to randomize this to see if we can get a decent person going for most of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to tweak it with Prepare Carefully. If you happen to want, by the way, anybody with, I guess any of these guys, let me know in the comments. But we'll go ahead, we'll take a look at all this, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, this is looking like a decent start for us. We've got people who are incapable of certain things. We'll fix that. Now you might ask, okay, well, how are we going to do that? What we're going to do is we're going to use the point limits. So that way we can get around some of these issues without really having to work. Notably, I want to take care of your scars. Where is our cook? Our cook, I think, is here. Are we missing a cook? We are. We need somebody who is decent at it. I might do some playing around with that. Maybe what we'll do. Incapable of that is fine. However, misandrist I don't want to go with. Nor nudist. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna make you a cannibal. I think, the cannibal cook seems like a good thing. Anyway, I'll go by and, I guess, do some adjustment. And we'll see you here in a bit. Okay, this is what we've got. I think we've got all of our bases covered here, although I could be wrong about that. You know what, though? Could we get a passion in mining? We could, if we maybe reduce our steel just a little bit. That way, you'll be able to do mining. I think it'll be better this way. We have somebody who can handle things pretty well. They're all 42 for some strange reason. So we have Soda, Latch, and Engineer. Or Blitz, rather. Very good. Well, I'm just going to save this real quick as modded playthrough. Just in case we need to redo anything. And let's get started. Alright, here we go. Let's just take a look and see who needs what. You definitely need the bolt action. I'm comfortable with you getting the pistol. And Latch, since you're a cook, you can get the knife. Wherever it happened to be. Ah, there it is. Let's take a quick look and see what we have to work with here. Now, circumstances may dictate that we choose a slightly different layout. I'm not really seeing... There's one, a geothermal vent. Apparently two. Where's the other one? There's one down here. Not quite what I was going for. Unfortunately. Well, we're gonna try. Although, actually, no, that could be good. There. How far away is that? Let's see, there's one there. One up there. I think if we go with the one here, we'll be fine. Let me just plan things out. I'm going to use the same little fortress type thing that I used in the tutorial. But we're just going to go ahead and get this planned out. So I'll see you here in just a moment. Okay, we have a slightly different plan from usual. We're going to have our whole fortress thing here. But these guys here are going to be special because what we're planning to do is we are planning to go ahead and make this guy here potentially, I guess, some sort of cooling area, and we'll wander around through here. I think that that would be a decent idea, and then maybe over here we'll have our hospital complex eventually. So that really what we're going to end up with is a bunch of programmable vents in here. And maybe we'll just use that to propagate heat around. In fact, we may be best served by even doing something kind of like that. We're still going to have our other stuff up here, however. I think that would be good. And we're going to go ahead and, let's see, we got wooden walls, sandstone walls here, it looks like. Plenty of stuff to mine here. We got components over there. I think this will be a decent spot, honestly. But we're going to have to be careful because we've got that lake there, so... maybe up around here. We'll have, rooms kinda like these. Let's see, is that mud there? Unfortunately it is. That may mean that we're not going to be able to get all of our personal bedrooms up in the way we want it to. We may have to do something kinda like this. Maybe use this for additional storage. I think that would be a good place to start, honestly. Because otherwise, I mean, yeah, it'll be okay, I think. Let me just do some planning here. That should be 6. That should be 6 there. And then I think, hopefully, there's rich soul there, which we unfortunately won't be able to take care of. With that having been said, yeah, not quite sure what we're gonna do here. We might just split this down the middle, like so. So we have these 2 large rooms that maybe we can use for production or something like that. I think that would be a good use of that space. And actually, I'm okay with that. So yeah, we're gonna start planning it out, something like that. Defenses are not quite the best at the moment, but for something that's going to mostly be walled in, I don't think we really have a choice. I was going to go with stuff on the outside here. Ooh, there's another geotherm vent, though. We definitely want to make sure we get that handled. Yeah, we can do that. And maybe it's kind of an inconvenient spot for the walls. But maybe we can have our battery bank up around here. If this ever catches on fire, we're going to not be very happy about it. But yeah, we could use this baby for some extra growing or something like that, and then potentially have an arena somewhere. Very likely could be around here. We'll have to think about that. But that is the plan if we just come down here now and get that taken care of. In fact, we can go up one. I don't know why we didn't do that earlier. We'll just remove that bottommost layer. We can do something with that, I'm sure. And that'll be nice. Okay, well, first things first, we gotta get stuff hauled at this point. And that means we're gonna get ourselves a stockpile zone out here. Now, my start is a little bit different than in the tutorial. We're just going to create a little hut, as it were. In fact, you can come back over here. And the idea is going to be that we're going to try and cover as much of this as we can. I don't reckon we'll be able to get all of it, unfortunately. We'll have stuff for doors here. We'll get it all built, and if we need any more, then we'll just put more there. But I think that should cover everything. We might not be able to get everything out here, so I'm going to put a wall. Well, actually, we'll see before we do anything real drastic. Okay. Expand roof build area to out to here. Get all this stuff hauled at priority. Medicine too. Even the wood will get hauled down there. And components. Those are important wherever they went. But okay, everybody's going to get their stuff. And actually, let's manual priorities real quick. You can be a doctor, which means you want patient. You can be a secondary doctor that'll help. I guess that would make you a nurse. Bed rest, otherwise, +2 on hauling, 1 on flicking. You You may actually have a lot of responsibilities. We're going to give you 2 on Warden and Negotiate and Handle. We'll let you hunt after that. And then construct. And then grow, then construct. Then honestly mine. And you can plant cut. Do a little bit of art, but that will be everything. You can research when you're done. Your top priority will be cooking. Then you can mine. Then you can craft. And what does that leave you here? You can hunt 2. Actually, we'll give you a 3. We'll give you a 3 on cooking. So you can help contribute. Everybody will handle. Everybody will warden. I think that's it. I think that's all of our priorities covered mostly. But we do probably need to do schedules eventually. Eating is fine. Go ahead and do that. Where are our components, though? There are our components, and in fact, I want you, which are done hauling this. Let's see, now which one is our builder? You can help with hauling. Blitz is our builder, though. I want you to go ahead and get all this done. It's important that we get all that wall done. Just pretty much everything we can get going. In fact, we'll bring down your hauling just a little bit. Where's your hauling plus? I mean, you can go ahead and take care of it. But it's important that we have this entire room taken care of. Man, you're an awesome builder, I do have to say. I do rather like the idea that you'll be hanging around and helping us. There we go, everything is taken care of. That means that now we can get all this torn down. I'm gonna leave the sandstone for now. Because what we're going to try to do here is we're going to build another hut. And in this hut, we are going to put together really anything we can get. But mostly, I guess mostly our block production. The moment this is all I care about. We also really do want to get some growing going at this point as well. So, let's see, who is our grower? We'll get you out here. Something like that. Yeah, I think that would be good. And the things we're going to get going are we're going to get rice and heel roots. We're going to do this just a little bit at a time. If you don't recognize this pattern, by the way, it is the same pattern that the grow lamps use. So you know there's that. And really before too long, we should be okay to begin. Let's see if we got a door down over here. we'll get one down over here too, even though it may not make that much sense to. Let's go ahead and get the beds done real quick while we're at it. I'm gonna go ahead and create 4. But the entire idea, of course, is that... Now, who's on our growing? I wonder. Why are we not... Oh, you're hauling still. Let's see, is that good? That's a good bed. That's a normal bed. You can do better than that. Well, actually, no. We'll just deconstruct that. And we'll build a bed over here. We got another poor bed. We need just a little bit. Go ahead and cut that tree. There we go, we have a superior. These poor beds, as it turns out, would be a decent thing to have because we can use them for our prison, which I'm not going to yet get up. In the morning, however, we're gonna want you, if you can. And actually, you probably can now. Get a stonecutter's table going. We're gonna have one up here and one up here. We'll forbid that one. Let's see. Now, one of you is a night owl. I think it's Soda. Soda's a night owl, maybe. Nope, maybe it's Blitz. No, it's Latch. This is how we're gonna do things. We're gonna have these people wake up a little bit later than usual. We're gonna go on 6-hour rest shifts. Night owl needs something in particular. I think it's 11 to 18. I think that's it. So let's see, if we do that, that means we can get you started, we'll have you go to 17, or something like that. And that way, you can do your thing. We're gonna get 5 hours of work in. And I reckon 2 hours of mandatory joy would be good. That will be how I set this up. And then you can continue working whenever you'd like. You do at least want, let's see, that's 5, you get 2 hours of joy there. We're gonna have to add the horseshoe pen soon. Let's see, you just need the steel. But I want to make sure that whatever it is that we do, you're not going to be happy, are you? You didn't get very much sleep. Latch isn't going to be the most useful person for now. I mean, Latch is going to keep us clean. But we're still needing to set up things like our kitchen and stuff like that. Now, eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the coolers coming off the side here. These are going to be double wall. And then these coolers here will eventually pump in. Soda, you're just having fun, it looks like. I'm fine with that. Is there anything you can do in your off time that'll help? Don't do a lot. Get you to Smith. Nothing for you to haul here. You can't really hunt. Oh, we can't do research yet, and we really do need to get this animal trained for hauling. Although that may be a bit premature at the moment. Alright, Blitz. Don't focus on that yet. Honestly, okay, you haven't the ability to grow. What do we need for that? We need wood. A fair amount of it, actually. Maybe Latch will get it down. But we need to get somebody crafting pretty soon. And we're just going to say... See, what do we got here? There's granite. There's tons of granite around. Ooh, that needs to be hauled in as well. Okay. Yeah, I think granite would be a good idea then. I would not be opposed to that at all. And then we could have our little power thing over here. Sure, that's not a bad idea. Let's get, however, at least 250 granite here. And we'll say for now, let's say whenever we're at about 200. Now that means somebody needs to have, honestly, even though your construction is where it's at. Now let's improve your crafting. It'll be very important that we are able to actually get those crafted, because fairly soon... Yeah, you're crafting at the moment because you have nothing to build. That's fine. I guess I'll bring you back whenever... what we're going to do is we're going to get this room encased. Okay, we have about 200 or so. We can begin building this out. I started another growing zone, so we could potentially take care of things. From now on, I'm going to be building structures out of granite. If I can get away with it. And I believe I can. And might not be a bad idea, because the summer is coming. First to go ahead and get all of this built. It's going to take us a little while, unfortunately. But it's something we can do. And it'll be worth our while. And then we could start improving things once we start chopping down all these trees, for instance. Because as it turns out with the Floors Plus mod, more floors, we have this mosaic wood that's perfect for this little common area here. So there will be that. Now we're going to pretty much have to do some stuff around here. You're still sleeping, unfortunately. And you're sewing. Let's see. You can get your crafting up. I wouldn't be unhappy with that. Leave that mosaic paving there for now. We'll actually tear this down. We want to wait on the hunting, though, until we have low food. Let's see, how is our animal doing? Nobody's really had the chance to tame our animal yet, which is a bit of a shame. But what we're going to do, I think, we're going to do something like this to where we have a much larger, much more enclosed complex than we would have normally had. And I think before too long, I don't know, we're going to be in the need pretty soon to get more of this going. We have a visitor, maybe with something to trade. Who's our best trader? Who will negotiate? Soda, you will negotiate. You're busy making us more stuff, and in fact, we need to... I'm gonna put a stockpile zone back here that this stuff gets hauled. We're gonna say priority critical, nothing remains back here for now. That way it gets counted. And maybe, I mean, we've already got all this done. I'm thinking the next thing we need to maybe build is our cooler. We've already got all this stuff. Let's get our next planning zone going. It wouldn't be a bad idea. And we can have potatoes and... Oops. Well, I didn't quite mean to do that. We'll have potatoes in this zone. Strawberries in the other one. Something like that, because we'll be able to take good advantage of it. We're gonna need to enclose these in eventually. But, yeah, potatoes and strawberries seem good. And then over here, we actually have a solution for that. But, we're gonna need to put down a dumping stockpile for this. We'll just throw down that and dirt, maybe? Raw resources, maybe it's a raw resource. Piles of dirt. And we'll throw down a... It's not a fishing spot, I think it's a gardening tool. We'll throw down a digging spot. Somewhere down here. So that it's available. We'll dig up until we have 100. For now. It's going to be rare that we're going to need it, so I'm not too terribly bothered by it. But, yeah, we're just going to get that little bit constructed here. Although, in reality, you know, it'd be good. It would be wonderful if we got the floor in here removed. Just very briefly. Oh, there we go. Blitz. Let's see if they have anything. Not really anything I want. You can remove all that. We'll do one more day. Get everything built. Get this little area here cased like that, and we'll get the walls up. Preferably these back walls here. It's not going to be long before we're going to need to deal with prisoners, so that's something I definitely want to get around to, if not in this episode, then in the next one for sure. But it is important that this is enclosed. And actually, Yeah, we may do this a little bit differently. This area is going to be open. I think we're going to have a vent here that we're going to use for AC. That way our prisoners... Yeah, let's just go ahead and get the prison planned out, and then we'll get the fridge in the next episode. That seems like a good idea. So what do we place down here? We don't quite want that there. We're making quick work of all this, though. I'm happy about that. Yeah, we'll just get all that taken care of, I think. So, yeah, we'll see. Oh, we got the community. Halila and Grace's Valley. How about, something like, Strontium Fortress? And we'll be the nuclear crew. Yeah, that seems like a good deal. Strontium Fortress, and we are the nuclear crew. Sounds good to me. Unfortunately, because you're a visitor, you may not be too happy with your accommodations. And we do have to worry about that, because I have one of the mods that actually makes this a big deal. I mean, at least our haulers have taken everything out. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're doing pretty well already. In fact, we can go ahead, and before too long, we can just get this entire area enclosed in. But before we prepare to go, we'll get one more thing scheduled. We're not going to put it in immediately. Get a little bit less capacity out of this, unfortunately. It will be worth it, though. We'll just come up here real quick. Forbid that. That is also forbidden, which is rather annoying. There's no way I can tell it to not do contiguous things. But we're gonna have something kind of like this, and you'll see why before too long. You might even be able to tell from the way it's been planned why it is that we're doing it this way. There we go. We're almost ready for this thing to be completely enclosed. In fact, we'll start out with one of these guys here. We're going to have a lot that we're going to have to do eventually. We got a mad animal, though. And unfortunately, Latch is the only one who can take care of it. A local hare. Well, we'll wait until we get down close around here. We'll probably need a butchering table up here so we can chop it up and make meals out of it. Wouldn't be a bad deal, honestly. But we'll wake Latch up here in a bit. Where are you now, Mr. Hare? We'll just get you taken care of. There we go. You could hold that in so it doesn't deteriorate immediately. And maybe you're building a wooden door. Honestly, I'd like for you to prioritize working on that bed so we can deal with latch. Let's see, what is that? That's a poor bed. I really would wish you would stop making those. Alright, we'll make that a medical bed. Well, yeah. Whatever, somebody will heal that. We really do need to turn that off for now. You're just building that up. If we get you to do just a little bit of... a little bit of all this. Just so we can finish this wall before we go. I would be very happy about that. Lack the materials, why? You should only need 5. Okay, yeah, let's get this completely enclosed. I don't completely understand why you can't build that. I mean, I guess... yeah, there we go. That can be unforbidden now. Let's get you working on that. That area is now... it's summer now. A little bit closer than I thought it would be. I may extend this into another episode, so in episode 2 we will not be doing names, but if you do have names, leave them in episode 1, and we'll handle that. But until then, this has been Dialord Root, and I shall see you next.